Even as we meet and the sisters and please can please sit down. I have the great pleasure and privilege to invite Mr. Onyebuchi Awan, the Executive Director of Urban Schools, to come and give us a welcome remarks for this event. Mr. Onyebuchi Awan, Executive Director of Urban Schools, for the welcome remarks. And we appreciate as a council. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, Barrister Peter Mba, ably represented by the Commissioner of Agriculture and Agro-Industries, Honorable Patrick Wampesegogo, the Speaker of the Enugu State House of Assembly, the Secretary of Enugu State Government, Professor Chidi Onya, the Commissioner for Trade and Investment and Industry, Mrs. Adora Chukwu, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ifeanyi Ona, Chairman of Enugu South Local Government, Enugu Local Government, all the special guests, members of all Enugu State Executive Council, members of the 4th Estate of the REM, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to stand here today to welcome everyone to this August occasion of our 25th anniversary celebration on behalf of the Chairman, the Directors, Management, and staff. This is a proud moment for Urban Stores, and we thank God we all made it to this event today. This event is the culmination of an enormous effort of a man which began in 1985 in Benin to produce what you now know as Urban Stores. The store, which was situated on Abakaliki Road beside Trade Fair Complex, has now produced 10 stores across the southeast and south-south Nigeria. The store had one goal: to provide a variety of products for its customers at fair prices. This has made Urban Stores different from its competitors and unique. The goal still remains the same, and today, Urban Stores is one of the leading department stores in Nigeria, with 6 in Enugu, Independence Layout, Abani, Transekolu, Nike, Asia Corner, and Nsukka, 2 in Anambra, Oka, and Nnewi, 1 in Abakaliki Ebonyi State, and 1 in Asaba Delta State. The growth has been nothing but remarkable, and we give glory to God, who has shown us mercy and continues to show us mercy. We have a lot packaged for you today, so sit back and enjoy. So with that being said, I would like us to give a standing ovation to a man whose hard work and dedication has been an inspiration to us all. A man of integrity, a man I refer to as the godfather of retail, Rob the First, and a man who has held my hand all these years, grooming and mentoring me in the art of retail. A man who is undoubtedly the greatest role model. Your leadership has made me strive to fulfill my true potential. A man who has been a source of light to many, father to many, and a father to me. It's been a privilege to have you as a mentor. Please join me as I call up to the stage Sir Robert Awatu Onyebuchi, my father, founder, and CEO of Robert Group.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud to have a responsible, hardworking, God-fearing son in 21st century. My prayer for him and his wife that God Almighty will continue to grant him wisdom, will continue to protect him, will continue to lead him so that he will be able to maintain and expand and take urban stores to the highest level ever. Please permit me to stand on already existing protocol. We have gathered here to celebrate 25 years of existence of urban stores. I have been in business for 40 years. The urban stores is 25. But personally, I did my youth service in 1984. While I was doing my youth service, I was doing business. I was doing what they call attack, happy attack. I used to go to Kaduna, Kano, Jos, and buy the art craft, buy the leather bags, buy the leather shoes and sandals, and carry them to America and sell them in flea market. Anybody that lives in America or been to America will know the weekend market, the flea market. That's where I used to take those things to, and I'll sell them. I will sell them, I'll raise $2. Then 1984, $1 is equivalent of 2 naira 50 kobo. Then $1 equivalent of 2 naira 50 kobo. So I will buy these things from Kano, Jos, take them to America, sell them, make $2. And then in return, I will buy fashion accessories like sunshade, cap, shoes, things like that. And I'll bring them back to Nigeria and sell. That was immediately after my youth service in 1984. I started that in 1985. So that's how I started the business. And then in those days, I was always looking forward to when I will have 100,000 naira in my account. when I will be able to sign a check of 100,000 and somebody will take it to bank and the bank will pay. So you can imagine the level that I started. I started at a very low level. But God has made it possible that with patience, consistency, hard work, we're here today to celebrate Urban Store's 25 years. By 1985 in Benin, I formed a company called Robinat Gibbs. All my friends that have known me for years, they know Robinat Gibbs. And then after a while, I changed it to Ultimate Gibbs. Ultimate Gibbs. By 1987, I did not have just one shop. I had two of them. One in Benin, one in Warri. One in Benin, one in Warri. Ultimate Gibbs, they're not rubber. But because insecurity in Benin then was so much, that was during Anini, if you remember, if you're old enough to remember the story. That was during Anini. And then my wife was a magistrate in Abakaliki, old Anambra. My wife was a magistrate in Abakaliki, old Anambra. Then we decided it's better for us to come back to Enugu. So by 1990, we moved down to Enugu. And my first stop was at Amobia, along Abani Road by Amobia bus stop. That was Ultimate Gibbs and Robban Industries. Robban Industries, before then, I was producing frames. I was buying profiles from America. I would bring profiles from America and cut them into sizes, photo frames. That's the Robban Industries way, and then Ultimate Gibbs. But after a while, I discovered that Ultimate Gibbs by name is not everybody to visit our shop. That's only very few. Only when they want to attend a wedding or they have a special occasion, that's when they come to Ultimate Gibbs to buy things. That was when I felt I need to change the name and make it a little bigger and carry more items. That was when, by 1999, we now changed the name from Ultimate Gibbs to Robban Stores and moved to the old Trade complex opposite our St. Church. I'm sure you will remember. Most of you are old enough to know this. We moved to Trade complex opposite our St. That small building, and that used to be the biggest supermarket in Enugu. But God is always leading me and directing me. Even before my big competitors came to town, God has already directed me to move. So that was when I made a move to build a mega shop at Bisala. And that was in 2009. And when I was building that Bisala branch, my friends, they were telling me, Rob, what are you doing? This is too big. Should make it smaller. But I never listened to anybody. I continued what I was doing. So by the time I finished the Bisala branch and opened it, and then the government started building the shopping plaza, the shopping mall, where, not ShopRite. ShopRite is a tenant there. Polo Park Mall, that's the correct name, Polo Park Mall. So government started building Polo Park Mall. And ShopRite eventually came, ShopRite and Games. And because I built a bigger super center, when they came, what happened? They did not swallow me. Imagine if God have not directed me
to make that move. And I was still at Old Trade Fair, opposite Austin, and they came. Maybe by now, Roban must have been history. But God did not allow that to happen. So we moved to Isala by 1980, by 2009. And when they came, what happened? They became like every other shop that is providing an alternative for all the Enugu customers. Nobody stopped coming to us because we carry far more variety of items than anybody. Whatever it is you're looking, you see it in Roban's stores. But then there was something that happened. I need to tell you this story. You know, when they came to town, people used to go there and buy their bread, they buy their hot bread. We were selling bread then, we were making our own bread. The people don't see us produce the bread. They don't see my people wearing white producing the bread. So what did I do? I took part of my parking lot and expanded my bakery section and put glass there so that my customers will see my bakers. And I made a white uniform for my bakers. And the rest is what? History. Because Roman Store's bread is number one bread today. If you have not tried it, go and test it. See, that's the good thing about competition. See, that's the good thing about competition. Competition will bring the best out of you. That was what happened. I'm not afraid about their coming. No. I look at it, studied it, I know the advantages, I know my weak points, I took care of my weak point. And today, we have branches all over the place. When I open my Abba and people were asking me, is it not too much to have two branches in one town? I say no. I went to school in America. Even if you go to London, go to US, go to Dubai, on one street, you see about 10 shops. And guess what? They all do well. So I say that's the beginning. We're going to have more shops. And we're having more shops. And today we have 5 in Enugu. By Easter, we're opening our 6th branch in Enugu. And that's going to be in Centenary City. In Centenary City. By Easter, we're opening one there. And we're not stopping there. Because what we're trying to do is to bring it closer to every customer. Now that fuel is so expensive, why do you want to travel from Ababa to Bisala or Polopa to buy bread, meat pie, sugar, bombita? I'll bring it closer to you. I'll make it easier for you. I'll make you save money. At the same time, you are getting quality. So I really want to thank everybody who have supported us all these years. Without you, without the customers, definitely we won't get to the level we are today. It's not possible for us to do it on our own. I want to give a special thanks to my darling wife. Hello? Nene, can you be upstanding, please? You know, in those days when we used to have one office, when I had one branch in Salas, people will come to me and say, Rob, what is wrong with you? You spend the whole day with your wife, you spend the whole day with your housewife in the house. You come to work, 2 of you are together again. What are you doing? I said, this people don't understand. I thank God for my wife. She is my powerhouse. I'm the man of the house, so I take decisions, so but I listen to her. So I really want to thank her for all the support she has given me all these years. Without her support, mana ndị be anyị si nọọ nwoke nọọ nwaanyị wee mara how successful ọ ya adụ. I'm one of the lucky ones. So Nene, Madam, so I want to thank all the staff of Roban Stores, all the staff. We are going to reward some of them today. We're going to reward the ones that have worked with us for 15 years, minimum of 15 years. We have people who have worked with us for 16, 17, 18 years. They have been with us. For anybody to be in a company for that long means there's something good in that company. Roban is like a company. We treat our staff well. When government talk about minimum of 70,000, I think Roban is paying minimum pay already. So when state governments are finding it difficult to climb up to 70,000, we're doing it already. So and I'm sure my staff are happy. And today, we decided to use this our anniversary to have some micro businesses. So we put on a proposal, asking for people to send proposal, and there are more than 200 proposals were sent in. And out of the 200, we invited about 20. I'll video clip later. We invited about 20, and out of the 20, we took or selected 4. And those 4 are here today. And we're going to find a way to support them. That was why I invited SME director here, that he needs to be here. Fortunately, he's not here, I don't think so. So that he'll see what we're doing to even help him. And then we have our star prize, which is a car. The raffle draw was drew yesterday. We see the video clip too. Because we have to pick the youngest person in Roban stores yesterday to pick the winning ticket. The youngest person, a very young boy. I saw him, I said, come and do this job for us. And he came and did it. And somebody won that. We called the person, and we live in good state. But yesterday he was at home. But he was expected, and he said before 8 or 9 he will be here. And he's here today. So at the appropriate time, the car will be handed over to him today. Unfortunately, he's going to drive that car with Roban 25 years anniversary for 1 year. 1 year, please don't change the color. Leave it the way it is. So that our customers and everybody will see it. I'm glad that the car did not go to somebody in Nehru or Abakene or Asaba. Because this is where we started. This is where we have 5 branches. So I'm happy that ENUGU resident won that car. So please, don't be in a hurry to go. We have a very important documentary that is coming up now. The documentary will come up now. So please, I want you to relax and watch Roban documentary. Thank you.
Can we give a proper round of applause to Sir Rob Awatu, the visionary, the man whose vision brought us here today? I don't think that clapping was appropriate for all the things we have. applaud him properly. I think it's important that we get to realize that it's a privilege to be here today. It's like attending a master class on life itself. Listening to the heir apparent, if I may use that expression, speak before his father, you realize that this family is actually the dream of every family. And I can say that with all confidence. When Onyebuchi Anwatu, the executive director of Roban Stores, was speaking, I am sure that a lot of fathers were almost jealous. They don't come too often these days, in this time and age, having a responsible son that will literally be a chief of the old block and then take on the family business and is actually helping to take to a new level. And he acknowledges that he has a father, a coach, a mentor, all rolled into one. Can we appreciate Onyebuchi for being the son that all parents would wish for publicly accepting that no brother Nsogbu can then that their advice also counts for something. That's amazing. It's actually like attending a master class in life. He told us his story, and you could see the bond between father and son. But what touched me most was when he acknowledged the role that our mommy here played. And she's so humble about it, so unassuming about it. They have always told us that behind every successful man there is a woman. But today I say beside every successful man there is a woman. Can we appreciate her, please? Beside every successful man, they make decisions together. Yes, he may be the president. Yes, he may be the boss. But then they sit down and make decisions together. So if you're here, even if you're not in business, there are life lessons to learn. This is like attending a master class on life itself. I must thank you, Sir Rob Awatu, for that amazing gift of your life story to the rest of us. I learned a few things, and then I'm sure you also learned a few things. There is something he also said that is touching. He has 5 shops in Enugu State. The 6th shop is on the way. And he said that he's glad that somebody who is resident in Enugu won the car. A typical Nigerian, if you may permit, would expect somebody from his village to win the car. But for the purpose of his business, he said that I'm happy that somebody who is resident in Enugu will have our largest number of customers won the car. And that's the attitude that we all wish that Nigerians will have. I think it's very important that we also take note of that. And as we proceed, we are also asking the representative of His Excellency, Barrister Peter Mba, to stand by. Okay, so we are just asking the representative of His Excellency to stand by. It's very important that you stand by to give us that wonderful speech from His Excellency Dr. Peter Mba. But while we give you time to prepare, I'm going to invite Ifeoma Ajimobi, popularly known as Ife Melody, the sparkling woman on air, to come and anchor a special session. You are going to watch a short video clip that captures the essence of Roban Sports. Ms. Ifeoma. Everyone. It's wonderful. So, analysis of transit also currently contributes to
Typically, the job market with a smart strength of over 1,000 people.
We need the second screen to show, but while it is going on, let's have the second screen on, please. Let's have the second screen on. Let's have the second screen on so everybody can be carried along. Let's have the second screen on. Let's have the second screen on. Let's have the second screen on quickly, please. Let's have the second screen on. This is the story of Roman Stores, 25 years of great business. Over 25 years, they've been serving into Southeast Nigeria and even Nigeria. How it all began, we captured it in this video, and we're going to have that top up now. Roman Stores, 25 years of great retail business. Congratulations to the great team, family-oriented structure, a great foundation in God. We're going to see all of that. And the great team and staff that has helped in building the great brand that we're celebrating today. Roman Stores, 25 years of excellent retail business and services. We will have that while the other screen comes up.
Seamless shopping experience to people. Stores, 25 years to provide great retail business solutions. Stores delivers great products and services to customers every day. Let's provide a seamless shopping experience to people. Strong culture and values. It's all purpose and what makes it a successful company. Start a retail store in Nigeria that carries virtually everything you need in a home. Ranges, and apparels, biscuits, chicken work, kids, vegetables, vegetables, and lots more. It's just so much that makes Vegan stores very exceptional. It's a store of varieties and plenty of options. Also currently contributes to the job market with its vast spread over 1,000 people.
As a first Roman Stores Legi Mall opened in Osaka on the 26th of September 2024 in southeast Nigeria. From to Abakaliki to Nnewi to Asaba to Enugu, which has the head office and currently has 6 mega stores. One thing is clear, Roman Stores has a secret. Roman Stores has mastered the art of retail business in Nigeria. providing its customers with premium, top-notch quality products. They pick them and they keep coming back for more. It's all start. We'll take you to the very beginning. This is a journey of 25 years. 25 years of hard work, resilience, and staying power through different odds and challenges. We will hear the story from the founder himself, Sir Robert Onyedikachi Anwatu, the MD and CEO of Urban Group, also a chairman, Urban Store.
Started in 1999, but I want to go back a little bit to tell you, give you the background before, and I'll tell you the story. I came back to Nigeria in 1984. 1985, I started a business called Ultimate Gifts and then Urban Industry. What we used to do then is to import photo files of frames and then cut them to different sizes of photo frames. I had a gift shop that is called Ultimate Gifts. That was in Berlin, from 1985 to about 1989 when I moved to ENUGU. Still move on with Urban Industry, making photo frames, and then Ultimate Gifts. So 1999, that's when we established Urban Stores. The Ultimate Gifts were limited. Ultimate Gifts, people looked at the gift shop. It wasn't enough. It wasn't wide enough. So we need to want to make it more comprehensive. That was why we opened Urban Stores. We want to it has been rough and good. Rough in the sense that business environment in Nigeria is not smooth. Most times it's not favorable to anybody, especially to businessmen. Government change their policies every day, and this policy change affects our business decisions. And then there's this problem of multiple taxation for local government to the state. Then it talk of the inflation and exchange rates. Exchange rate is never steady in Nigeria, and that's affecting the prices of goods. And then the staff is not easy to manage the staff. But I thank God, God has made it possible for us to get to where we are today. We started with one location, and now we have 10 locations and still growing. So it's God's work. I thank God for His grace. So it has been rough, but God has been with us. Urban is unique because Urban is one-stop center. In those days, I used to say Urban store is simply the best. The best in the sense that it's better than most stores around there. In terms of service, in terms of what we provide, the goods we carry, the goods we sell, and then how we attend to our customers, And then later we change it to Urban, home of variety, home of variety, because we have far more variety than most stores of our size. We have more variety. We have almost everything you need for your household. So starting from the bakery to the household to the fashion to mother care, stationery, everything you need for your office, for your home, and for your body. We have them all. Most shops might have other things. They won't have fashion department. Some don't have bakery department. Some don't sell electronics. They will sell everything. That's what makes Urban unique. And then the service we provide, we cannot try to compare it to other stores around it. I've been working with my wife for a long time. My wife was a lawyer. She was a magistrate in the old Anambra State. She resigned and joined me in building Urban stores. We have been working well.
Coming from the other side of the civil service, so we got married. I never knew I was venturing to business. I now came in with what made it actually to be successful or the working relationship.
Before we got married, I never knew I would venture into business. But I now came in, what made it actually, to be successful or the working relationship is there, understanding is there, and God has been helping us. Like I said, I do the purchasing, I deal with the suppliers. Once it's the fashion section, it's me and me alone. Some people, used to fake perfumes and which had a lot of alcohol in them. But when we started, they kept on complaining, and you show them, you give them the original perfume. They complain, this one doesn't last, it doesn't do this. I said, look here, because you have not used the original, you've been using fake. We now see the original that they differentiate. We try to compel them to buy and to give them advice that this is the original. We don't sell fake. It was difficult for them to accept it. It took some time, before some started accepting and they believed in what we were doing.
I started with urban stores through my former Noventis colleague who introduced me to him at a trade fair complex, former trade fair complex. And then I was the supervisor then until we now had a new shop at Bisala, from where I now became the manager until my retirement. I worked for urban stores for 20 years altogether. The first time I met my boss, he was like, if you live here without learning anything, you will never learn anything in life again, because there are so many things to learn working in urban stores, working with me and then it's a good family, a united family, where I learned unity, I learned understanding, I learned tolerance, because so many couples don't work together. So many couples cannot work together, I know it, and I learned it from them. I equally learned commitment and integrity, because he's always there, his wife is always there.
Urban Stores has grown to be a brand that promotes family culture as members of the family grow up learning about the business and eventually join to add their knowledge and quota in providing excellent retail services.
I grew up in the business, right from primary school, secondary school, I was always there. Even if I didn't understand what was happening, but I was always in my father's business, always following him around, trying to understand. I worked in different departments, got a feel of different processes in the business, as I was growing. When I was in the university, I wanted to go into film school. I wanted to actually go to film school. I got an admission to Art Institute of Miami. But I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he told me that, Rob, what are you actually doing? Since I've known you, you've been selling things, you're good at retail, that's what you've been doing. So why don't are you sure you want to go into film? So over time, I had to tell myself the truth that retail is what I've been living for, without even knowing. So I went for my master's, did a master's in management, took up a functional role as a director November 2014, and since then it's been great. As executive director, to be honest, I'd like to say I do more of the CEO, day-to-day operations of the business, getting to know what happens in every store, how they run, every operational side of the business actually goes through me. It's been great, to be honest, but Nigeria makes things a bit difficult because of the challenges. You see yourself having to work with prices every day, fluctuations and things, damages, due to the trucks and your assets that you have. But it's been great, to be honest. It's been good. I've been running it 10 years now plus, and it's been a great experience for me, and the business has been fantastic. Working with my father has been fantastic, to be honest. Anyone who is in the family business knows that it's never easy. You see, the truth is that maybe on the outside, like when people tell me, oh, you're doing a great job, you're doing this, you're doing that, I tell them, I had to earn it. Like I said, 10 years is no joke. I've had to play my part and, build that trust between both of us. And now it's been good. It's been good. I've learned a lot. It's been a great learning curve for me. And I'm still learning, to be honest, because there are still things that, he gets to tell me every day. He gets to teach me. And it's a privilege, to be honest, to be here and to learn from him, who I say is a master in this game.
I manage over 1,000 employees, direct and indirect, which is our contract staffs, the merchandisers, senior staff, and all that. And one of my biggest or most challenging roles is recruitment, finding the right talents for each job vacancies. I would say it's challenging being one of the highest employee of labor here in the Southeast. We have to do with a lot of employees, and human management is one of the most difficult things because humans come with a lot of emotions. So that is one. Recruitment, like trying to select top talents. I think it's quite challenging seeing competent people that fill up the positions that are available at a given time. I think a lot of people want to work, but they're not just capable of delivering. So that's a big challenge for us. Maintaining those that you already have is another challenge. But thankfully, there is a system and a culture that makes it easier for us to retain people. So honesty is important as well. As much as strength and eagerness to work, because we are up on our feet every day. Everybody's doing something. You are attending to customers, even if you are not in the shopping mall. Back end, we are doing something. The warehouse, we are doing something. The head office, we are doing something that involves a lot of people. So we are looking for people with energy. I think that's the right word. People with energy, willing to work, giving their best, excellence, and that's something that this generation needs. And I'm glad that we have the best hands here.
Roban Stores has also groomed hardworking and competent managers, regular staff who have become managers. It is one big family.
It has been so exciting, experimental in a way, because for the past, within few years right now, I've been with the company, and I discovered that what you see that is happening today in Roban Stores is not actually by a sudden flight. People coming together, having a kind of vision, and the vision we are talking about is the vision from our chairman. The chairman is a visionary leader, and he has this vision and gathers some people to work for him. And I can say that within this period, that it is only the process, the commitment, which we found ourselves as a team, the commitment to the process in order to ensure that the vision of our leader is actually being actualized. You can see, like, the expansion you see today, like I said before, is because people understand what it takes to come together as a team. People understand what it takes to trust a process. And with that, I can say that my experience all this while has been very rewarding. And I give God all the glory.
Roban Stores is founded on deep Christian principles.
Honestly speaking, I would say they are religious people. They keep to God's, at least they have the fear of God, because I know so many pastors that will come past Roban and say, thank God for these people. At least a pastor has told me. Now, no government about Roban, so none are very happy, because for all the money that they will miss on Sunday, it doesn't still make them to want to open on Sundays, and they pay their salaries regularly. No matter what is happening, they can penalize you for making mistake, but they will not tamper with your salary unless you give them cause to tamper with it. So they are consistent salary payers and lovers of their staff.
Being a family-oriented business, there is already a culture that makes everybody feel that we are all in this together. And that makes people to flourish in their given positions. So we have policies that look out for our employees, so they are safe. Their safety is number one. And the fact that we are up to date with our payments. I think that's one challenge a lot of businesses face. We have policies in place that cater for their needs, and that way it also attracts top talents to us.
Roban Stores believes in bringing its services closer to the people. This is the idea behind the various expansions and branches it has witnessed.
He has business acumen and is optimistic, he is futuristic, he looks into things that are happening and he takes the bull by, I don't know if I say he's a shrewd business person. I don't know whether I'll be making an overstatement, but I know what I mean by being a shrewd business person is that he has large hearts for business. He doesn't go for small business, he takes it big. Even when there was no big shop in Enugu State, he was the first person that had a big shopping mall, that attracted people's attention, and from there people started having the mind of building big shops that believe they work out. For example, so many bakeries closed before he came into being, but when he started making his Roban bread, people were like, so bread in Agafia like this. And then they went and refurbished their businesses, their bakeries, and they started thriving again. So he encourages people to go into business and believe that this business will bear fruit thereafter.
In retail, you need to grow because with one shop, you probably don't have the advantage to talk to big manufacturers. Those companies deal with you when you have multiple branches. For you to be able to get a better price, you need to have multiple branches. Because it's only when you have multiple branches that these big companies will talk to you. And what does that mean? That means you can get a better price. Because in retail business, it's all about competition. The markup is so little that if you don't have the right price, nobody comes in to buy. But when you buy from these companies, you have the right price.
We had a wonderful experience at Nsukka. They were so excited. It's like they were waiting for us to come in. What happened on that day was unbelievable. They accepted, even some accept before even seeing, that kind of thing. They were really excited. People from different local governments in Nsukka, they were just trooping in throughout that weekend. They were so happy that Roban stores came into Nsukka, so people were so happy. And the same thing, even at Nnewi, when we opened Nnewi, people from different local governments were coming because they had to travel all the way to Oka, Enugu to do their purchasing. But when we came, they really accepted us and happy, whatever they wanted, they saw in the shops, and they were really happy. They accepted us. Retail business takes 100% of your attention. It's not a business you start and then you go somewhere else and live and enjoy yourself. That retail shop will close up. Retail business needs your attention, and you have to be passionate about it. You have to love that business. Because with retail business means you will be staying in one place. They're not the type that move around so much. And then you have to have patience, like every other industry, like every other business. You have to have patience for that business to grow. You don't have to be distracted. Most times people are distracted. People want to be in 10 businesses in one time. People want to do what their friend is doing. My advice to the person is to not be distracted. Mind your own business, stay in your own business, pay your dues, and then after a while you start enjoying. And that's what I have done. And that's what I would advise everybody to do.
I've been shopping with Roban stores for close to, or rather more than 20 years. And I'm so delighted about that. Roban stores, they have quality goods and their services are on point.
I love shopping with Roban store because I shop with ease and I get everything I want.
As Roban Stores celebrates 25 years, the chairman and CEO of Roban Group is grateful to God for so much and is looking forward to doing more.
I'm grateful to so many things. First to God, who made it all possible. It's not because we are better than people who could not even expand their own business, who could not move from one location to second location and third location, but God has taken us too far. Because even when I started this business, I didn't know in a few years I'll have 10 branches and more are coming. So I'm thankful to God Almighty. Then thankful to my family, my wife, and my son, Onyubishi, the executive director of this company, who has been working hard too to make sure that we grow. And then I'm grateful to my staff, all the people that have been with us all these years to help us grow. Because I cannot be in all locations by myself, so I need staff. So part of the growth or reasons why we have grown is because of them. I thank them too. And then to all the customers that have been coming to Roban, that believe in Roban. There are people that believe in Roban. They will not go any other place except Roban. And I promise those people that will continue to give them the best quality
and the best price.
It's been a wonderful experience from one level of growth to the other. And like I said, God has been helping us. There's no way we can do this thing without Him.
25 years, it's been a long time. I'm thankful for growth, I'm thankful for expansion, thankful for dominance, in the retail sector. We've been able to do a whole lot in the South, and the Southeast, and we're still growing. I'm thankful for all these things. Robban Stores has come a long way. Thank God, for making it possible for us to be us, to be here, being able to be recognized, as one of the leading supermarkets in Nigeria.
I'm grateful for so many things, not just being part of the business, but being part of the family. I'm most grateful for the growth. So I think the openness towards having the chairman and our big mommy being our, will I say, I think when I'm in the office, I say like I'm learning, I'm being tutored. So seeing that at 25, I'm here with them, learning from the pioneers, the founders, is something I'm very grateful, because I get to understand the passion of the business, why it started in the first place. Nobody's going to tell me stories. I'm hearing it directly from them. I'm seeing it. So it's easy for me to relate and to continue in that path. But since it's a generational business, they're also relying on me to pass that same stories to my children. So getting it firsthand from them is a blessing. And seeing how it helps a lot of families, you cannot begin to understand. I think I remember when someone was asking the chairman about expanding, and he was like, I'm not expanding because of my children anymore, they are okay, but the fact that more families are going to have an opportunity to go and work, to make future billionaires and millionaires through the businesses growing. So, and I'm also grateful for the growth so far, having heard and seen the progress from when it was just ultimate gift to here is inspiring. I think if I'm this inspired, I don't know how someone watching or seeing our story will be feeling, but it's truly something to celebrate. And being a part of the family and part of the business is one of my proudest moments.
It's been an interesting ride. And here we cannot fail to say congratulations to Robban Stores on your 10th store in Nsukka, of course, in the whole of Nigeria as well. And happy 25th anniversary.
Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores.
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 Happy 25 years anniversary, Robban Stores.
Happy 25 years anniversary, Robban Stores.
Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores.
Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores.
Happy 25 years, Robban Stores.
Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Happy 25th anniversary, Robban Stores. Yeah!
Lucky winner one.
back to the community that brought Roman stores this far. Not just in a casual way, but in a very big way. Most of the time, they don't remember we just do business forever, and we don't remember that it's the people that actually make it this far. So let us thank Roman stores, the leadership, the team, the staff, all the people that have made it work up to this time, and all the people that are taking it to greater heights. We appreciate the fact that you are giving back and we want to take for granted.
Thank you so much for that feedback. We're very grateful.
And moving on, we are going to invite the representative of the executive governor of ENUGU State, Barrister Peter Adebisiba, in the person of Honorable Patrick Mabezi, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture and Agriculture, representing His Excellency. We invite him to come and tell us precisely what His Excellency thinks about what is happening today.
And now we have to welcome His Excellency as his counsel to speak to us. This is a round of applause. Welcome, sir.
The Secretary to the State Government, Professor Chidebere Onya, the founder and promoter of Robert Stall, Sir Robert Amato. So many special dignitaries here that only the name of my people will come. Please permit me to stand on the already established. Distinguished guests, esteemed members of Robert Stall, and cherished friends of Sir Robert Amato, it is with great joy and pride that I am representing His Excellency, the Governor of ENUGU State, Dr. Peter Adebisiba. On this Saturday, celebrating the 25th anniversary of Robert Stall, an economic driver in the early economy of South Africa. This occasion marks not just a passage of time, but a journey of dedication, of innovation, and commitment to excellence in the retail of grocery stores. For the past 25 years, Robert Stall has become a beacon of quality and service to our community, and is transforming or has transformed the shopping experiences of numerous families in the ENUGU State. And with an established 10 stores now, and another to be established at the centenary city, ENUGU family will be experiencing more excellent services from Robert Stall. As we reflect on the achievements of Robert Stall, as we also celebrate the vision of hard work of the founder, Sir Robert Amato, and his team, dedicated team of staff that brought this vision to life. We also believe that your commitment to top-notch services will mark a significant life-changing experiences for more ENUGU indigenes that will be patronizing Robert Stall. On behalf of the government and people of ENUGU State, we are so grateful for your support towards the growth of the economy of ENUGU State. As the vision of His Excellency hinged on taking the economy of ENUGU State from 4.4 to 30 billion come 2031. Thank you, Robert Stall. On this note, we pray that the good Lord will continue to give you the strength and all the knowledge and wisdom that is needed to continue to take urban stores and these activities to the next level. And we pray that Enugu State will continuously provide a good opportunity for urban stores to thrive, providing the enabling environment for urban stores to thrive, providing the security that is needed to protect your investments in Enugu State. And Enugu State has been known as a destination for investment. Congratulations on your 25th years anniversary. Thank you.
We're going to have great news from the live band and immediately after that Star Award presentation. The Excellent Grant Award will happen any moment. If you are a grant winner and award well organized, the Excellent Grant Award will happen. We are telling you that Robert has been doing a lot of the 50 years anniversary. So, successes will be supported. Will be supported. And some very interesting amounts we have already. What now? So, for it. And over to you.
Millennials and millennials, please,
What shall I say unto the Lord? All I have to say is thank you. Oh, great is God. All I have to say is thank you. Oh, great is Lord. All I have to say is thank you, Lord.
Unveiling the winners right here on the occasion.
Please put the video so that we see the winners of the brand. Please. Thank you. And the audio. Hello, my we are happy to now. You can now send it to at you have from now to the 31st of October. Actually, the Nigerian economy has some ways how competitive for website. Hello, my
about to prepare
the food design provider, self design, production, providers. Hard copies here, cuts, that's what we're going to be. Intentional writing by as a word, you know, our about and desire and can we please call to state His Excellency the Governor of Enugu State, Mr. Pitamba, ably represented by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Agro Investment Industry, Honorable Patrick Wambroza Oku.
a round of applause as His Excellency makes his presentation. The Global SME Grant.
So the first beneficiary of the Ruban at 25 SME grant
A round of applause.
and the sum of $2,000.
Global SME Grant. A round of applause. And breaking history as a 25th anniversary celebration of Global Swords. A memory which is the all right.
Chief Dan Olaso, Open Secretary, to join me for the next presentation. Chief Dan, please a round of applause, please.
A round of applause for Chief Olaso as a concept for which our presentation. The Global SME brands.
And then the second beneficiary of 25 SME grants is
All right. Oyekachi, Ejeti Channel, beneficiary of the SME grant. Congratulations, Rebecca. Congratulations. We say the job for my River Sales Supporting Businesses right here in Enugu. What an amazing moment. I heard it. And next time I get voice, I get to do so these people responded to the vote from these people because of the life. I need to do this just to be and to them and any time I really feel like roughly about 6 minutes now. So we can before that and set it and keep your funds for 30 minutes because the funds are customers to get them wherever they are within the back weekly compared to the limit. So one of the first things you do is to make sure to partner with restaurants and one, know in instead of going to the restaurants, most restaurants are very back. I would partner with them in order to make sure healthy meals, for example, after class, it's more for me to start doing, but I'm interested in the fact that they want their meal about to eat and what they don't have the some of them use WhatsApp as a means to communicate with customers, but it's always safe, most times it's safe, and because they focus more on customers that are present. So you have a great community, not just for customers that are looking for food, that's even for convenience. But the restaurant also wants this because the ones that go out there, they didn't have the platform to do that. Don't forget the existing campuses, so we should also keep talking. We are going to try to that most people don't know how to do. We see that whenever we do it to make money, we want that see that people appreciate it, but then there is more to them that people need to do activities. So one of the things that I will put the challenge application and another app that can allow for like easy, right? So we follow the website of it because we have a platform, a website that you can have right now, but I know from system that will on there. That's why we support launching our new app, which is a work in progress. We are start with the app as soon as we can. We go ahead to follow all the features to the app. One of the reasons why we applied this plan and run this application and we hope for the best. So thank you.
We need to call to the stage very Reverend Professor Chidobu Noble to join me as we give this award.
Professor Chidobu Noble to present
The third beneficiary for the Urbana 25 SME grant goes to the Shop Food.
All right.
My name is Dubai Freeman. Your students is very business. The introduction goes like now. Banking, handling, all types of labor products, both handling from female and business. And then we work on all sides, all features, on anything whether you can comparison your friends, you can, we are making the business over. We have learned some stuff, we also lost some stuff. The business has been doing well, and from my own point of view, business has been always on the university, my way, carry me along my day-to-day life, thinking of reaching out to actually SME program stores or the potential of the business. When you expand your business, the business has the possibility of going higher and higher and higher and higher. And I believe that you guys are seeing what I can do with I have, but I believe that with more investment into the business, this program I applied for, I believe that the business will go fire and further and further. People, we see after we have the possibility of employing the best was among our students that we took. And then when we employ, we also take employment of at the same time. I have to believe that with electric funding to the business, we don't need to buy them from outside because we can actually here in Nigeria, sort out the materials here in Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, we have this that we can sort it out in Nigeria and then you can even export. You can send out to China, UK, yes, any other country of your choice. But I believe that what we can do with the right equipment and then the right atmosphere and everything, and then the proper marketing, because now we can leverage social media marketing, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, many more of them. So you can see the what we can do, and then by doing this, you can also export your products in Nigeria ahead to any part of the world. Handling seed or handling other products has a great value. One, because if you have younger and handcrafted, and when something is handcrafted, you give it to your best source, your best everything. You can give it out at your freedom, Jamboree, campaign, and on Facebook, the experiences on Facebook, on Instagram, is also doing experiences, on TikTok, is also doing experiences, and then on Twitter, is also doing experiences. Thank you.
Permit me to come to the stage to Anaka Operation Ogonogiri to tell me and to present this award around the back of you. So Anaka will be presenting this award. The first point leader of the Global SME Grant, the Global Sports Certified SME Empowerment Program. And the fourth beneficiary of the Global 25 SME Grant goes to Sylvia. Sylvia, congratulations. Okay, wow, wow, wow. I love it. We saw getting back in a very special way. We saw getting back in a very special way. Congratulations. Is that Siva? Take a good look, you can see that this one is Simeon, is totally rocking his product. You can look at his feet. Yeah, he's wearing his own pair of shoes. So I think that is something. He's wearing shoes that you won't believe that he made right here. And that's what the dance called is promoting. Made in Nigeria, made in the South East, made in Amigo, made in Amigo.
Wow. See, my favorite and I should so amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's the word. That's the surgery. Really nice. Say. Oh, Let's and then
So call him Trinidad, come right to the stage and get a star prize.
This year was done 2015.
Can we clap for Urban Stores? This is the reward for loyalty. This is for loyalty.
And that's the young besides our
Hello, please, I want to present to you the young man that picked the winning town. Because yesterday evening, when we were about to do that, I invited 3 customers or 4 customers to please try and Google the raffle tickets. And they did. And then I started looking for a young man to pick the winning ticket. And I saw him, this young man. And I invited him to pick it. And he picked it. And the lucky winner surfaced. And that's Mr. Ego.
congratulations.
This young man, after he picked the ticket, I asked him to take anything you want from the shop. Yesterday, he told me he needed a big motor for the sister. Get listen, for the sister. He said that yes, I think I can ride this motor. So what else can you say? He said, so I gave him opportunity to learn fit one. He fit one and gave it to the sister right there. It was store was retained in the shop. Wow. Not because he took the ticket and then I asked him to take anything he wants. Instead of picking for himself, he picked for the sister, the junior sister. Thank you. God will bless you. Yeah. So before I do the presentation, what to talk? Yes. Yes, shy person. You don't need to be shy. This is a wonderful thing. Before I let him have the key to the car, because when I called him yesterday that he won the car, he was at home my head. He was at home my head. I said the presentation will be done today. That you have to be here. He said he will be here very early in the morning and yeah. So I want you to tell us how you feel. Right? Tell us how you feel.
I'm just highly elated. I was so surprised. I didn't know who told me. But when I answered the call, and he told me that it's from the doctor, okay. And I said, yeah, I've won a car. And I remember that I told for a raffle draw. I didn't even remember that I told, so it was up to 2 weeks ago. So I was so elated. Now I see whether I was doing happy or something because I didn't shout, I didn't sing. I said I'm even surprised. I've not even understand what was happening at that point. So I told him I was loyal. Later I was called and I expressed how happy I was to the person that lady that called me later on. I continued communicating with them till I came back to my because I was actually there for a burial ceremony. So I'm so happy to be the winner of this grand prize. And I thank the dancers. I've always been their customer for a very long time. Maybe this is a reward for me patronizing them for these years. So thank you very much everyone for coming here for this presentation. I'm so happy.
You can see the young man is not shy anymore. Because he's going to drag that car away from here. Eh? My people won't touch that vehicle anymore. The vehicle is in front of here. And he's going to drive. I hope you know. Okay, good. So you're going to drive it home. But the only thing you owe us is to make sure you drive that car with Roban 25 written on it for 1 year. For 1 good year. You can't change the color. You can't change anything. After 1 year, They can even change it. Because people need to receive that vehicle around Enugu, and I'm very happy that Enugu residents want that vehicle. Command stores, on behalf of the management and staff, it is my honor and privilege to present this to you as a favor to the society, as a way of saying thank you to all our customers for the last 25 years. It's God that gave you the car. And we pray that you're going to use this vehicle and nothing will happen for you. You won't be involved in any accident. The armed robbers, the kidnappers will not see you in this vehicle. Thank you.
A round of applause to women forward as they hand over the staff and go with your own car to the city. Congratulations, Colin.
I think also that for some of us who may not know the full story, what happened today, the SNE and all of the awards you have seen is actually a manifestation of long-standing commitment that Tarot Awatu has shown over the years in empowering young people who have small businesses. I want to say this because for some people here, they will assume that it is happening because of the anniversary. But I want to tell us that as a person who mentored several young entrepreneurs in Enugu, he personally called me when Ruban was still near the mall and asked me to be the youngest and best producer of local materials and articles. I remember vividly that he empowered two young persons that were making the Hippo brand of system. He empowered them in two ways. One is that they were given a toy display space at the bank store. The second is that he was personally buying and wearing their products. That family changed simply because the bank store started patronizing the products of two young boys. So it's not something that started because that it is 5 days anniversary. It started long before the anniversary. And we say clearly that if you know anybody who makes products that will pass the quality test, ask the person to come to Revan store as long as your product is good enough. And I think we deserve to applaud him at this time because a lot of us pretend selling foreign goods is the way to go. For routine, belief, and community comes first as long as you have excellent products. And that is the spirit that brought the bank stores this time.
And all the presentations are great.
A round of applause for her. In case you do not know, she manages more than 1,000 persons. I will say that again. In case you do not know, this beautiful young woman here manages more than 1,000 human beings. A lot of us will end up at psychiatric hospital if we have a responsibility to that. Because she's doing it is not complaining, to the contrary, she's thriving, and the workers are thriving. And we are not our problem now. And so we will I want to share this award. Award. The foundation of love, and ethics.
Congratulations, Martin. Congratulations. All right. We will be having the next person, Martha. Not enough of this. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to New Day on Signature TV. It is a beautiful day, of course. You can remember go to all of our social media platforms at Signature TV News to get all the information that is going on today. As well, I'm not going to be doing this alone. My name is Joshua Risogan. In the studio with me,
I am Chigi Chiagaram, your favorite, as always.
Why are you the favorite?
I am just the favorite. Blow your own bigo.
No. It's not about that. I just want to understand why you are the favorite.
I'm just the favorite.
I'm not going to have this.
I feel so that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
You know what they say, if you don't blow your trumpet, it gets rusted on you, sir.
Word. I have to take things down.
Good morning, guys.
Well, on an interesting one today, the All Progressive Congress has withdrawn from the upcoming Kano local government election, according to the chairman of the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission, Professor Sani Malufashi. He announced the party's decision during a news conference on Friday. He said that the commission is proceeding with the election following State High Court ruling that directed the commission to conduct the election on Saturday. This ruling follows the Federal High Court in Kano halting the council elections, citing the alleged illegal constitution of Kansek. Malufashi stated that only 6 political parties, including the NNPP, the ZLP, Accord Party, NRPM, AAC, and AA, are participating in the election. The Kansek chairman insisted that the commission is conducting its activities within the bounds of the law. Well, it's an interesting one.
Indeed.
What do you think on this before we move on?
Oh, as usual, I normally like to sit down and watch how things unfold, especially when it comes to politics in Nigeria. So let's just sit back and watch how things actually unfold.
Well, no problem. Coming up next is the newspaper headlines and review. Do stick around.
It's still new day on Signature Television, so thank you so much for still staying with us. Don't forget to go over to our social media handles at Signature Television Official on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Welcome to Newspaper Review and Headlines. If you've missed out on some of our discussions in the course of the week, well, you're in luck because we're going to be giving you highlights on them, and of course we're going to be reading out and discussing some of the stories that have been making the rounds across Nigerian dailies. First up,
we're moving
Vanguard.
to the Vanguard.
Yes.
And just above the mast we have why Nigeria will continue to import petrol coming from investigation. You can find this on the page 8.
And still on Vanguard, just above the mast, Falana demands reassignment of Rivers Assembly case to Port Harcourt.
And just below the mast we have World Bank to Nigeria, NYSE your gold mine, leverage on it from industrialization.
And Chuks Iluegbunam to Gowan, only truth shall make Nigeria free.
How I was sold into slavery after the gods rejected me for sacrifice. You can find this on the page 15.
Igbos easily subdued at home these days on page 12 from Saturday Vanguard, with the writer, how viral video from unknown face shot. I'll take that again. How viral video from unknown face shut down Southeast for 2 days.
Ondo Guba, Makinde, PDP Southwest leaders harvest the campees from APC, SDP, and others.
All right, and finally, on the Saturday Vanguard, 8.6 million Lagos residents hypertensive, 3.5 million obese coming from the government, found on page 6 of the Saturday Vanguard.
And moving over to the Saturday Punch, just below the mast, we have crashed helicopter, Nama enlists Cameroon, others over missing bodies, victims unveiled, with the riders, families, friends mourn deceased NNPC workers.
And for important stories, just beside the Saturday Punch mast, spin doctors, entertainers who have perfected art of marketing. Losing 2015 election, tough moment in my life coming for Jonathan. From Jonathan, Nigerian stunned beggars as biting hunger ravages communities, and helicopter sale reps panel indict ex-aviation minister Sirika.
Banditry allegation, how Matawali survived cabinet's reshuffle. And finally, on the Saturday Punch, we have marketers imported 42 million litre petrol set to arrive.
And on Weekend Trust, just below the mast, how traders' invasion obstructs learning at 84-year-old school on page 16.
What Tinubu must do to fix failing policies, coming from Bala Mohammed. And with the riders, why not problem have been complex. I pitied Wike after Atiku's snub, but we've parted ways. President, FCT minister behind PDP crisis. Amazing. I'm still undecided about 2027 presidency.
Why you say why the pause here? It's as if
it
it's
was,
something you wanted to say and someone has actually come out to say it for you.
And I'm going to wait for that person to continue that conversation today.
Absolutely. So Kano to go ahead with local government poll today on page 29 and then on page 43. We didn't ask Tinubu to remove subsidy from PMS coming from IMF. Interesting.
Interesting headlines today. Tinubu, Akpabio, Abbas, Barrow, Atiku, governors attend Senator Goje's daughter's wedding.
And finally, on the Weekend Trusts, I don't own a house in Abuja, coming from former FCT Minister Muhammad Abagana on page 21. And despite several contract awards, Jos Saminaka Road remains deplorable on page 12.
Reforms. This is coming from the Guardian Weekend. Reforms just above the mast. Reforms. World Bank, IMF face backlash amid rising inflation and petrol costs.
There you have it again. Nigerians are in a haste to reap from Tinubu's economic reforms, from Professor Adeni.
Very interesting, but we just want to see.
Let's keep that in the freezer. We'll get to it.
And you can find this on the page 8 and 9. Fear of implementation as rollout of new basic education curriculum on the way.
And finally, on The Guardian, Oralusi commends creation of Regional Development Ministry. And finally, why are they scared of EFCC?
Moving over to the Saturday Independent, we have a very disheartening and scary one here. We have how core member mysteriously disappeared in Rivers. With the rider, police intensify search, question suspects.
And two other news stories just about the Saturday Independent mast. Ruling Osolo family members should demonstrate maturity and allow peace to reign, says Regent. And IPOD members form political wing, seek end to violence, on page 5 of the Saturday Independent.
And just below the mast, we have new minimum wage. Why many states may not meet October deadline. With the rider, 15 states yet to pay 30,000 naira as at February 2024. Coming from CSO, bureaucracy, lack of structure, delay payments in some states. Coming from federal civil servants. New wage, a tall dream for private sector, coming from industrialists. And finally, we have expert warns of worse spiraling inflation at
the best of me is gone, says Mike Dada at a wife's burial. With a rider, Mbudupe was to complete her PhD in 2 months. Coming from AFRMA boss.
Well, 8.6 million Lagos residents diagnosed with high blood pressure. 3.5 million with obesity. You can find this on the page 3, and this is coming from the Health Commissioner with the rider, government to conduct free screening for 800,000 people.
And finally, on the Saturday Independent, Timmy Frank condemns scrapping of Niger Delta Ministry and seeks reversal.
Moving over to this day, just below the mast, we have Jonathan. Losing 2015 election was an emotional moment, with the rider says he felt as if the whole world was against him.
And above this day mast, weakening purchasing power pushes preference for second-hand goods, with riders. Nigeria's high out-of-school children worries World Bank. IMF says reforms causing hardship but necessary for sustainable growth.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on this yet. So federal government launches Export Skills Acquisition Center to boost non-oil exports.
And finally, on this day, Dangote Refinery ships first petrol cargo by sea to Lagos.
Moving over to the Saturday Tribune, just below the mast, local government election, battle of courts in Kano, where the rider State High Court gives go-ahead for today's poll. APC kicks, police vow to enforce peace.
And above the Saturday Tribune mass, Olubadan raises alarm over increasing number of Almajiri out-of-school children, found on page 2. And Tinubu cannot pauperize or take all the taxes and still not be responsible for anything. This is coming from Adebayo, an ex-SDP presidential candidate, found on page 13 of the Saturday Tribune.
And hardship on page 8. Kwashoko back in Nigeria. Experts raise alarm.
Okay, still on the Saturday Tribune, Yoruba Group asks Obasanjo to support Tinubu with a rider. Nigerian president has no plan, says ex-president. All right.
Ondo governor poll, we have Governor Makinde, Southwest PDP leaders receive defectors from APC, SDP, and others.
And finally, on the Saturday Tribune, court remands Ondo man for macheting wife to death, on page 3.
Wow.
That's on very sad notes.
And that is all on the newspaper headlines today. We'll be moving over to the newspaper review, and in the studio with us to do this is Chris Maduka. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
I know where you are. Yes, you almost called. You almost called.
Yeah, Chigi. I am emphasizing. Emphasizing Chigi. Chigi. Yes, Chigi. I have not forgotten.
Looking good as usual with your
eagle feather, I mean, your traditional Igbo heart, you know, you're the epitome of the traditional Igbo man. And I'm thinking, what of these days we'll get the Oja players to be playing Oja behind you as you're walking. I mean,
it would be so nice.
Yes, it deserves.
You know, in African proverb says, you don't have water in your mouth to blow the fire.
Okay.
So even to play the flute, you need the food in your stomach.
You need energy.
Because they say the man who plays the flute has the liberty to also to wipe out his nose, to wipe his nose. So you don't engage a flute player when Nigeria is suffering hardship and hunger. So
yeah, I get where you're
so let's solve the first problem. Once we are out of hunger and hardship, we can go back to the old days where even some state governors have flute players who wake them up in the morning, and the band boys who play for breakfast. They have people who play for afternoon lunch, and the ones who send them to sleep with music and all fanfare.
Yeah.
So, but you know, we are losing so many of these things to hunger and hardship.
Talking about hunger and hardship, IMF has come out to say it is not our fault, though. The harsh economy and economic policies is not our fault. Joshua, if you could help me find out the national daily that
we don't know.
What are your
So whose fault? Now,
exactly
you know why I'm laughing? We said, once you have agreed to befriend a woman who has broken back, you will share with the responsibility of carrying her up and down. IMF, World Bank, you guys have offered to be chief advisors of Nigerian economic system. You can't come at this time to deny anything. You are complicit. As far as I'm concerned, you give advice with one mouth, you take 1 million with your... I don't understand. When it's getting bad, you tell us so. But you, it's very clear, the government have one way or the other said, they're following you. And you've come out to tell us our president's policy will mature in 15 years. I mean, if you don't know about this, if you don't know about the plan, what do you know? If you know the plan, you know when it will mature. So what have you advised? Let them come out and tell us what they have advised. Take it on the one side, what you have advised Nigerian government to do, minus it from what you didn't advise them. Put it in the public domain.
Let's know what to think.
So all these, today you hear this, that you will not remove them from the being complicit of Nigerian situation.
In addition to that, you're talking about the advice that they have actually put out and the ones that they didn't, having a balance. Look at what Saturday Vanguard carried. Saturday Vanguard says, World Bank to Nigeria, and I'm thinking this is an advice again, an economic related advice. It says, NYSC, your gold mine, leverage on it for industrialization.
We have said that on this desk several times. If you remember, there was a morning I was saying, what, on the average, a typical Nigerian university churns out every season. Let's be an average. A typical Nigerian churn out 5,000 graduates. Ties it by number of universities.
Federal,
and these are some states, because of security, they magic go to some states, but these are young, virile Nigerians with energy, ideas. You put them together, all you teach them is attention, stand still, correction, and then you set them to go. When they started the experiment of NYC farms, go between ENUGU and Abakaliki, it's a massive land where NYC were planting rice. NYC. It's no more. So they depend, you see, when we say, I don't know what do we have in our brains. We still need World Bank and IMF to tell us this. This is low-hanging fruits. Young Nigerians Even when we are talking here, say, do not even bother to send them anywhere. Put them in one place. Make it comfortable. Pay them allowance every 1 year. They pass through there. They produce agbado. They produce ewa. All this. And then which other one? And we have it in abundance.
But Chris, you know, what you just explained now, lofty, beautiful. Are we sure this is exactly the same line, the same thought line that the IMF and the World Bank?
Whichever way we are talking about, if you think along their line.
It's a gold mine, no. They have not explained to us exactly what they mean.
When somebody say you have gold mine, start with the low-hanging one and get to. Because most of them, when you have put Nigerian graduates of this caliber together, let them feel free to come up with ideas.
Ideas.
Among them, they will develop even ITs. Some will write programs that will, things that will make change Nigerian agricultural system.
I'm just saying, I love what you're saying, and I get it. I'm just saying, is the World Bank really for us? Are they saying all this because they love us? Or there is a little bit of an opportunity for them there?
Nobody loves you more than there was a guy who said that a guy has a face. He has a face only his mother can love. If somebody has that face. Nigerians, we have a face only Nigerians can like. There's no free meal. Why are we at this age, 64 years, looking for who will advise us and who will love us? At 64 years, we have not realized that nobody, there is nothing we do for our girlfriend's son to call us Papa. If we have not realized that now, when are we going to realize that? That's why we go cap in hand and they will mess us up. Whoever goes a book, goes a soup. Who goes borrowing, goes a sorrowing. And God has blessed this nation with abundant, fertile land, massive. And we have these young people, they come around, some of them, they post them to some secondary schools and primary schools that don't have roof. You want these young people to stay there, waste away. Some of them will begging for to be rejected so that they go back to their father's house. How can Nigerian parents, after some 6 years course, some 4 years course, some 5 years course, you finish to go for NYC and you still see your son back in.
You know, there's a news story. There's a news story that says how core member mysteriously disappeared in Rivers.
Now we know Rivers for setting fire. We have people who fire crackers there, but this is the first time we're hearing of Rivers with this kind of story. We've had it some other places, but Rivers people should take note about this, and we urge the government of Rivers State, as it is, to get to the root of it. It takes 1 million men and women to build reputation, but it takes one little foolish effort to destroy it. Beyond all we know Rivers State for, we don't know them with this kind of thing, that the youth copper will be missing. There are things that can happen here, but youth coppers has been free to move around Rivers State. If there are other things they do, that's by the way. I'm saying this is new on Rivers State. And we advise that the government of Rivers State will take care of this. Otherwise, when we are working in development sector, there are states in Nigeria they have where the way they rate their security. That the ones that have A, B, C, the ones that are zero, the red lines. To send development workers to those states, it's with a lot of cost for the development, and because they do a lot of security issues. River State fell on B, second level. It has some security, but that's about development workers and all. It has not gotten to a typical Nigerian who has gone to River State to serve. We'll be having this kind of story. It is unheard of with River State, the Garden City. And I pray God that the government of River State and everybody concerned, all the good people of River State should join hands to do it. Otherwise, imagine what it means. That what happens now, that if you graduate in Southeast Nigeria, the next alternative is for you either to go to Niger Delta or South or whatever the nearest state to serve. When that begin to happen nearest, it means when you finish in IMT ENUGU or ESUT or any of the UNEC, you be serving in ENUGU. And the whole essence of National Youth Service Commission, with whatever they think that it has been a gold mine, have been destroyed by one stupid and wicked effort. That should be watched. Whatever has happened in the past, but we begin now to watch. It's sad that a young Nigerian will say you just missed. No.
Chris, before I let you go because of time, time is up. You said something of recent, I think 2 days ago or so, and then you went viral, and a lot of people had a lot of things to say about what you said. But now it's coming up on the Saturday Vanguard saying Igbos easily subdued at home these days. Like, the statement felt like a mockery, and then the writer came out and said how viral video from unknown face shut down Southeast for 2 days.
It's not a monopoly of Igbo land. Whoever is taking that is taking swipe. But we have talked about how this overstaying at home has destroyed the Igbo economy, Igbo nation's economy. But let me tell you, what happened in Nigeria, that's something that worries everybody. People go, this is a nation where the government, the governors, as they stand, have lost every sense of authority. They will say something people hardly believe it. But one viral video from any unknown face, you see people. And what happens, it's not that they say it's easily. These threats, they go about to make it real. The last one that happened in Igbo land, people think it went without his, but you put your nose down, you find weird trailer filled on Akigo Road, viral video where they were set on fire, and cars and street where there were gunshots, and just to press their point home. And you ask yourself, if this happens, some people will give some threat, the government will sit quiet. And these are the government people who go about with the retinue of police escorts. And they want you, as ordinary human beings, to go to the street. They will just give you order, go to the street, open the shops and all. You find out that each time the governors come out to say, go back to the market, open the shops, that's the day nobody will appear. Because they know that once you try this, these people that are giving these threats will come out to make good their threat. So they have to begin to really do something to assure the people that they are in control. Because this is a nation only where, what they call it, non-government actors give orders, and the whole nation will catch cold. But when the government itself gives order, people hardly, they will be weighing whether it's true or not. There are days they say it's a sit at home for clean up exercise. But people will wake up, look through their window, if they see their neighbor going, that's it.
Well, Chris, is it because of what the governors do or say, or what they don't do, or what they don't say? Because if the governors equip the agencies or get the agencies to, patrol the streets during, those sit-at-home, whatever orders, people will be, want to come out because, of course, they see the security operatives.
Exactly. I used to stay in a place where when the governors, what they do, they will protect only their own areas with and make sure that government house is secured, no-go area. They block all the roads that pass there. Yeah. But the people that are not in government house have to provide their own security.
Well, thank you.
I'm just saying, only God knows.
But
they know what is wrong,
Chris.
and they know how to solve it.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate you coming to the studio to have this conversation with us. Your insight as well is always very insightful. So thank you very much.
Passionate.
Always passionate.
Passionate.
Very passionate, yes.
Passionate Chris.
Well, we'll go on a very short break. When we come back, we have an interview lined up for you. It's going to be an interesting one. I want you to stick around. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. So see you after this break.